Hello everybody, thank you for coming by. Today we're having a great review. Today we're gonna review Doom for the MS-DOS. Yeah, that's gonna be Doom. So first of all, my advice, get some popcorn, some green, because that's gonna take some time just for the history itself. So let's just begin. Doom basically is a 1993 science fiction horror themed first-person shooter video game by ID Software. Now, in Doom, players assume the role of a space marine popularly known as Doom Guy, who must fight his way through the hordes of invading demons from hell. Now, the game is divided into 3 9-levels episodes. The Ultimate Doom, an updated release as the original game featuring the 4th episode, came out in 1995. With 1/3 of the game, 9 levels, distributed as shareware, Doom was played by an estimated 10 million people within 2 years of its release, popularizing the mode of gameplay and its permanent gaming subculture as a sign of its effect in the industry. Games from the mid-90s boom of first-person shooter are often known simply as Doom clones. As such, Doom is widely known as one of the most important video games of all time, for having popularized the first-person shooter genre, pioneering immersive 3D graphics, network multiplayer gaming, and supporting for customized editions and modification via packaged files in data archive known as WAD. That was a great, let's say, time period for gaming. Now, its graphics and interactive violence, as well as its satanic imagery, also made it the subject of considerable controversy. I do think that was a huge controversy. The Doom franchise was continued with the follow-up Doom 2 Hell on Earth, released in 1994, and numerous missions packs including master levels for Doom 2 in 1995 and Final Doom in 1996. Originally released for the PC DOS, the games have later been ported to numerous other platforms such as, SNES, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, iOS software as well, a lot of ports. Doom, a science fiction horror themed video game, has a background which is given in the gamer instructions manual. The rest of the story is advanced with short messages displayed between each section of the game called episodes. The action of the player character progresses through the levels and some visual cues. So this was a real long game actually, has a lot of history in gaming. So let's just continue right more by looking in the middle of this review. Being a first-person shooter, Doom is experienced through the eyes of the main character. This character is not named throughout the game. The game designer John Romero, which is a great guy, I really admire his game, has pointed out that this is so the player feels more involved in the game. That's the reason they have no name for the Doom guy. There's a quote he had: "There was never a name for the Doom Marine because it is supposed to be you." At its core, the gameplay is similar to classic shooter games such as Space Invaders, presenting the player with the challenge at surviving while shooting every enemy in sight. But with a pseudo 3D first-person perspective, giving environment a spatial representation that has a major effect on the level design and gameplay experience. Now, the development of Doom started actually in 1992, when John D. Carmack developed a new 3D engine, the Doom engine actually, while the rest of the ID Software team finished the Wolfenstein 3D prequel, Spear of Destiny, which I'm gonna have to try later on and make a review about it. When the game design phase began in late 92, the main thematic influence for the science fiction action film Aliens and the horror film Evil Dead 2. The ability by others to create custom levels and otherwise modify the game in the term of custom WAD files show, well, it was actually stands by where's all the data, WAD. Named out to be a particularly popular aspect of Doom. So basically you could make any modifications to the game when it comes to levels, campaigns, etc, etc, etc. Gaining the first large mod-making community, Doom affected the culture around in first-person shooters and also the industry. Several to-be professional game designers started their careers making Doom WADs as a hobby, which is amazing. Among them, Thing Willis, who later became the lead designer at ID Software. That is great. Awesome. Doom was widely praised in the gaming press as it is widely regarded as one of the most important and influential titles in gaming history. In 1996, Computers Gaming World ranked it as the 5th best video game of all time. In 2001, Doom was voted the #1 game of all time in a poll among over 100 game developers and journalists conducted by GameSpy, which is awesome. 2003, IGN ranked it as the 44th top video game of all time and also called it the breakout game of 1993, adding this arsenal of powerful guns, namely the shotgun and BFG, intense level of gore and perfect balance of adrenaline-soaked action and exploration kept this game regret for years, and it's totally true. Now, PC Gamer proclaimed Doom the most influential game of all time in its 10th anniversary issue in April 2004. Then in 2005, IGN ranked it as the 39th top game. That's like 12 years later, well, 12 years after the game was released. That's awesome. Then in 2009, Game Trailers ranked Doom as #1 breakout PC game. That's almost 15 years since then. 2009 as well. I'm sorry. Game Informer put Doom 6 on the list of games of all time, stating that it gave the gender the kick start it needed to rule the gaming landscape 2 decades later. In 2012, Time named it one of the 100 greatest video games of all time, as it established the look and feel of later shooters as surely as Xerox PARC published the rules of the virtual desktop, adding that the impact also owes a lot of the console horror sensibility of the designers, including Joe Romero, of course, who showed the brazen lack of restraint in the deployment of gore satanic iconography. Including Doom on the first greatest game of all time, GameSpot wrote that despite its numerous appearances in other formats and on other media, longtime fans will never remember the original 1992 release of Doom as the beginning of the true revolution in action gaming, which I totally agree with. Now, the game was ported to numerous consoles gaming platforms, both domestically and abroad, where it maintained its popularity, receiving generally favorable critical acclaim. Now, Doom was and remains notorious for its high levels of graphic violence and satanic imagery, which for my taste is pretty cool and amazing, which have generated actually much controversy for a broad range of groups all over the world, of course. Yahoo Games had it listed as one of the top 10 most controversial games of all time, which is true, but it's amazing. I don't care, it's Doom. It has been criticized numerous times by religious organizations for its diabolic undertones and was dubbed as mass murder simulator, which for my taste that's a stupid thing to say. by critic and criminology research group founder David Grossman. Alright, David Grossman. Now, Doom prompted fear for the emerging virtual reality technology could be used to simulate extreme realistic killing. The game again sparked controversy throughout the period of school shootings in the United States, when it was found that Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, who committed the Columbine High School massacre in 1999, were avid players of the game, which is totally true, but well, not everybody has problems with their brains to know that Doom is a game. So whatever, let's just continue. While planning for the massacre, Harris said that the killing would be like playing Doom. It'll be like the LA riots, the Oklahoma bombing, World War II, Vietnam, Duke Nukem, and Doom all mixed together, and that his shotgun was straight out of the game. So yeah, we have a huge story behind Doom, which is memorable of talking about. That's why it took me like almost 15 minutes just talking about the history of this game. Now for you all that are been waiting for it, let's go ahead and check the game itself on the gameplay. Alright people, here we have Doom, so let's just play Doom. Let's hear this music, it's whatever. I just love this game. Shit, I thought that these guys never stop spawning on this difficulty, which is bad for me. Let's just move, otherwise we're gonna last not much. Oh crap! I didn't see that fucker! And I'm almost dead, as you see on the first level. The difficulty is unfair. Mostly because monsters never ever stop spawning here. Oh shit! No, that's way too unfair. They just play ultra violent. At least they don't respawn every single second here, which is the reason this is so impossible to play on that difficulty. God, I love the soundtrack. I'm gonna shut up so you can listen to it. God, this game is so awesome. I know this trip is gonna be long, because I do know pretty much the whole game by heart. Not the secrets, but the levels. I'm just gonna show you this on next level, because if not, it will be an hour long video, and we're not gonna take an hour just to review Doom, even though it's worth it, but no. I'm not doing that, fucker. Wow. Does it look like I know the game? Because I do. I think there's only one secret left here. So this is level 1 of the most depressing and the greatest video game ever for my taste. I did play it on a DOS computer when I first ever played it. That's amazing. What's your problem, you fucker? You're supposed to get the shotgun until this level, and you're playing an easier difficulty. Don't bother me, bitch. Right, let's go to secret 1. And she's gonna open secret 2. Now we're gonna get the chain gun. God, I imagine playing these in those days. When we only had like Space Invaders and that crap. That would be amazing. Well, I did play it in those days, and it was amazing. It was the first time I ever saw a game this amazing. There's a useless weapon here. I love using the shotgun, but let's use this one so you see how it works. This place is hard on this difficulty. I'm probably gonna die here. Hope not. I think I just explored it. I want the chainsaw, but that thing on the chainsaw, I don't remember how to get it. I know it's here somewhere, but this place totally sucks with this awesome land. Imagine this place, the hardest difficulty with monsters keep respawning. That's pretty much impossible to do. Shit, this is so dark. It does feel. Fuck you, you motherfucker! Oh my, I want my chainsaw! Oh, you know what, forget it. Just gonna go through this so we can finish this review. I'm on 3rd level, I'm gonna go with my hands so this is like that. Let's kill those fuckers! You're not anymore. So I'm gonna try killing these with these. That was level 2 in this area. We're surely gonna die because we have invisible dogs and I'm gonna play only with my hands. So this is Bloom for GTOS. I hope you will enjoy this game because I did. And well, please subscribe to our channel, go to our page, Facebook page, like it if you can, go to our website and register if you can. I'm gonna be uploading this game soon. And well, hope you enjoyed this review. Have a good day.